Coming at you live and direct from Black Facts Headquarters Central. Doc Ock in the noonday, 12 o'clock high, and we're about to fly right on up into the stratosphere again today. Have no fear, Doc Ock is here. Yes. Good to have everybody here with us again today. Oh boy. Love is a hurting thing. I've been reading through some of these love poems, looking through, trying to find a poem to read. But I tell you, these Kiswahili poems are quite, what's the word for it? They are very emotional. They're filled with emotion. They have a lot of feeling in them, either of loss or maybe gain. A lot of loss. More loss and pain than gain. So I picked out a short one to read today. Very short. So we could just go ahead and get on with the getting on, because we got some more reading to do in our story today. Revolt in Ethiopia, part 11. Yes. But before we do that, let me just give you out a quick reminder, a quick little shout out. If you haven't already yet, go ahead and give us a like. If you forgot to give us a thumbs up, go ahead and do that too. And when you're done with doing those two things, then go ahead and subscribe to the Tubular Black Facts channel right below. You'll see a link. Go ahead and link up. That's what we need you to do. Go ahead and link up today. And in the meanwhile, let's go ahead and read a proverb for today. See, well, here goes one right here. Okay, sometimes they just pop up at you. And this one popped out at me today. And this one is from the land of Somalia, Somaliland. Is that what they call it here? No, they just call it Somalia. But it's also known as Somaliland. And the proverb is, a brother is like one's shoulder. Now think about that one. A brother is like one's shoulder. That's right, shoulder, right there. All right? And that's from Somalia. Now, we're going to read a poem that's almost just as short as that proverb was. Very, very short poem. And it's from a young poet. Requires little explanation, so we won't bother to explain it to you. But it's reminiscent of the lines, Mahaba nisumu katili, Mahaba nitamu kwa watu wawili. Let me say that again. Mahaba nisumu katili, Mahaba nitamu kwa watu wawili. Yeah, now see, now that has a ring to it. I'm going to say that one more time just because it sounds so good coming off my lips. Mahaba nisumu katili, Mahaba nitamu kwa watu wawili. Love is poison, a poison that kills. Love is sweet if two are together. That's kwa watu wawili. Two are together. Kwa watu wawili. All right? Love is poison, a poison that kills. Love is sweet if two are together. And there we go. Poem for today. Short, sweet, and to the point. Another Kiswahili poem, of which we have a few more we're going to be reading through here, because I find these to be quite interesting. I've had this book for years, but never opened it. So just like you're being surprised by what's in these books, I'm being surprised as well. So we can be surprised together. Now, let's see where we left off at. We left off, Dick Welland and the princess had been able to fly up out of Egypt after getting off the ship with a seaplane. Okay, they transferred to a boat and then to a seaplane and got up off the ship because they were concerned about Ras Restagusa and his minions. So they got up out of there, but they got caught in Egypt in customs. Okay, they had a few issues in customs. They made it out of there, and now they are trying to deal with these Italian fighter pilots who have caught up with them on the ground in Ethiopia. So they finally made it to Ethiopia. Chapter 11. The Italians were coming from each side and from the front. The English pilot and his navigator, that was their pilot, were still in the cabin, perhaps reluctant to come out at this crucial moment. Dick jumped out and stood under the high wing. Oh, because this is a biplane, I believe. From the line of huts on the edge of the cleared space, a crowd of robed natives came running. The 6 Italian aviators closed in on the big plane, each one with a big black automatic pistol in his hand. "Let them have it," shouted Dick. The 3 rifles cracked almost in a volley. The Italian pilot and his observer, coming from the front, pitched forward, laid low by Dick's and Bill's shots. One of the Italians, approaching the princess's side, clutched his shoulder with a howl, dropping his pistol in pain. The 3 remaining Italians stopped short in their tracks as their comrades fell. Again, the high-powered rifles cracked. One Latin fell with a hole in his forehead. The other 2 turned and ran for their planes. Dick and Bill raised their rifles, but they were too late. The surging mob of Ethiopians was surrounding the luckless aviators, brandishing weapons of all sorts. There was a moment's melee, and then the natives left the bloody bodies of the men they had slain and turned to the big plane. "Now we're in for it," cried the English pilot, snatching his pistol. "Wait, I'll take care of this," said the princess, taking command. She pushed past Bill Sifton, stepped down to the ground, and took her place slightly in advance of Dick. The pilot and his navigator busied themselves throwing the equipment of the party on the ground. Their haste was evident. They knew of the hatred of the Ethiopians for all white folks. Interesting. On came the ragged crowd, brandishing knives, swords, spears, and modern rifles. "Put down your rifles," she said to Dick, and laid her own on the ground. He quickly followed suit. Leading the Ethiopians was a tall, thin black man with a sparse black, bushy black hair. With a sparse black beard and bushy black hair. Obviously a leader. He was clad in a robe of spotless white and wore a pair of military shoes. A heavy military pistol sagged from a leather belt around his waist. He wore a white helmet. As he approached the wing under which the princess stepped forward, he halted and raised his hand to his followers to do likewise. He stepped forward to meet her. The princess spoke rapidly in what Dick supposed to be Amharic. The Ethiopian leader bowed low, took her hand and kissed it, then placed it lightly on his forehead. "Dick, this is Dejmach Yamru. He is in charge of the Ethiopian patriots in this district," the princess announced. Then she turned again to the Dejmach. Me speak little English," he said haltingly, smiling at Dick. "That is good. We can all understand each other. Where did you learn English?" "Long time ago," he explained. "I go to England country one time. Stay big Ethiopian house. See much good." Smiling at first at the princess, then at Dick, then growing stern, he continued, "Why 4 airplane from Italians? Why 4 big plane?" Glancing at the 2 Englishmen, who by this time had, with Bill's assistance, moved all the equipment out on the ground. It was almost dark now. The navigator ran to the far end of the clearing with an armful of flares. "They're all right, Dejmach," said the princess. "They brought us down here. They must leave at once." He nodded his head slowly in agreement. She explained their pursuit by the Italian planes. "No like no white men's around," he grumbled as the pilot approached them hurriedly. "We've got to leave right now or we can't get out at all. As it is, we'll have to use flares," the Englishman declared. "We can't stay here overnight, especially after what happened to those Italians." "Very well," Dick told him. "Leave as soon as you can. I suppose all our stuff is unloaded." "Yes, sir, quite." "Well, we'll be going." Wish you a safe trip. The Englishman turned, climbed into the cabin, and spun the propeller. His assistant came running back. The flames outlined the end of the big clearing. The assistant climbed into the pilot's cabin. Clear the way over there, shouted the pilot, pointing to the field that stretched behind the big plane. Desmach Yamru gave a sharp command to his followers, who ran and picked up the equipment and left the field behind him, Dick, Bill, and the princess. The big transport plane turned around. Its lights were switched on. The propeller roared. The plane raced down the bumpy field. Soon its wheels were scarcely touching the ground. Then they left the ground as the big ship approached the line of trees at the end of the clearing. A sharp lift, and it roared over the tops of the trees, barely touching them, and was soon but a tiny red light in the distance, then disappeared entirely. The headquarters of Desmach Yamru was a large mud and wattle house with a grass roof and a wide veranda. It was a meandering structure of several rooms. One of these was assigned to the princess, and a somewhat less pretentious one to Dick and his valet. Tubs of hot water were brought for their refreshment by tall, black young women. In about an hour, Dick and the princess were ready to accept the invitation of their host to dinner. He was dressed in immaculate white robes. The princess had donned a white duck suit, and Bill had dug out Dick's expensive Palm Beach suit. The Desmach favored them with an expansive ivory smile and rose respectfully as they entered the room. When they had taken their chairs, he offered grace in a sonorous voice, and then clapped his hands. A servant entered with a great bowl of turtle soup, which he served in smaller bowls placed on each plate. Then came some excellent fresh river fish, followed by giant snails, cooked in palm butter, thickened with cassava flour. Gourds of cool palm wine were soon emptied and refilled. The piece de resistance was a great haunch of rare beef, which the Desmach carved with a huge razor-sharp hunting knife. For dessert, there was watermelon, followed by excellent Italian cognac. Dick supplied American cigarettes. Well, said Dick, pushing back from the table, this is the best meal I've had in a long time. How do you do it? I thought you people were at war. Much war, said Yamru gravely, but not war here. Italian white men come by one time with black Italian soldier. Ha ha, maybe 50 man. Yes, his laugh was harsh and cruel. What happened? Ha ha ha, he exploded. Not fight, we kill. We go by camp. When white men sleep, shoot gun. White man come quick, we kill. Every night, we kill somewhere. White man no can sleep soon. We stop trucks, take guns, food, bullet, clothes, everything we get from white man. Ha ha ha. I should think they would find you here and send a big expedition after you. The Ethiopian's eyes narrowed until they gleamed. Only airplane come like today. We make space so they land. Then he rubbed the palms of his long, slender hands together and grinned significantly from Dick to the princess and back again. So you have enough of everything. No enough. Need bullets, need machine gun, need petrol for airplane. Then you have airplanes? Dick showed his astonishment. Ha ha. Us take much, plenty Italian airplane. 3 good one. Us get this day, eh? Can fix up sometime, but us get 2 small petrol. Yes, Desmach, said the princess. We understand your problem. You have many loyal soldiers, but you don't have enough to fight with. We are going to get it for you. Gold will get it for you, and we are here to get the gold. Gold, princess? The commander's eyes widened. Where? Italian man got gold mine. Ethiopians got no gold. Can't buy gun and bullet with mud. We shall get gold. Plenty gold, she said, when we get to Abra Destum. Abra Destum? He repeated the words reverently, crossing himself. And there we have the end of chapter 11. Right. Now, there's a chapter 11 you can file every single day and not have to worry about how you're going to while away your time after you file that rhyme. Yeah, so they made it to Ethiopia. They dispatched the Italians, and you now know what that word means, to dispatch somebody, if you didn't know before. And now they are ready. They're preparing to go and get the gold. And we'll be reading more about that in chapter 12 on the morrow. So, Don't live in sorrow. Be here tomorrow. We'll be black at noon with more tales from Ethiopia and even some key Swahili love poems. Yes. Meanwhile, we like everybody out there that's paying attention to go ahead and do the needful. Give us a like, a thumbs up, and then go ahead and subscribe to our Tubular Black Facts channel. Those are the 3 things we're asking you to do today, besides just watching and enjoying or listening, I should say, and enjoying the story. Because all the images you're going to have to see in your mind's eye. That's right. So open your mind's eye and enjoy. Peace out. Without a doubt, we'll be black tonight at 9. We'll see you then. All right. I see Ansar Ibn Bustamante is out there. How you doing, Ansar? Good to see you there. Peace out without a doubt, y'all.